Hey everybody, welcome back to Geektopia Island. We're here for another Kevin's Kreations. I'm your host Kevin.
And I'm Cardwell.
And we're going to be going through a revamp of, we're bringing in an older ruler, and taking him to the new frontiers, the new standard with TSF, or TSW. So we're going back to Gill Lapis.
Yep.
My boy, Gill. Conqueror of Attoractia. He's the red-black ruler from Return of the Dragon Emperor. For those that have never seen him, he's very much a control deck. That's what he's built around, because he's just built that way.
Yeah.
All right, so his judgment is 8. Seems a bit rough, but it gets less.
Yeah. Stipulations.
So, yeah, you pay 1 less to judgment for each card removed from your opponent's game. So each card they have removed, he gets 1 less judgment. So at least he can judgment for red and a black. He's got energized red and black, and his 0 ability on his front side is you can do it once per turn on your turn. Target a creature, and if it would die, it gets removed instead on their turn. So, or on their side.
Yeah.
So you're like, that dude's gonna die. Pay 0, it gets removed instead of going to the graveyard.
And there you go. It makes him cost less. So he helps himself just naturally.
He fuels himself to get cheaper, and he gets rid of things that trigger in the graveyard. So great. That thing triggers from hitting the graveyard? No, it doesn't.
Yeah. And as you just said, we're playing control with him. So that's going to happen constantly.
You're killing all the dudes. That's what this deck does. Alright. So his judgment is kind of game breaking if he gets the stick. So he's a 10-10, just vanilla dude really. But you can pay 0 and put a card back from the remove zone into the bottom of their deck. And he gets 1 of 4 different abilities. He can either get precision, swiftness, flying, or first strike. So if you do it 4 different times, you get all 4 abilities. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how many times I'm like, this dude needs swiftness, this dude needs flying, and this dude needs first strike to kill your 10-10.
Yep. And since you don't have to worry about it being removed or not anymore, because he's already flipped.
Yeah, I mean, he's already flipped, so cool, great. And then his other ability is X. You pay X, you get to get a card from their remove zone and play it on your turn. You can do it once per turn on your turn. Or no, you can do it once per turn, just once per turn. But it's amazing because there's no color restriction, so it's just you pay the cost of the card and you cast it. So if they have a 2-drop removed, you pay 2, you play it.
Done. So would you say that X is going to give it to them?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yes, I would. That was pretty good. Alright, so his last ability, his final one, is his own protection ability. You pay red and a black, you put 2 cards on the bottom of their owner's library from the remove zone, and you destroy target Resonator.
Just good.
Don't attack me.
Yeah, thanks.
So his whole purpose is, on the backside, is just to play their cards from the remove zone and kill all the dudes. That's what he does. He's super strong if you can get him onto this side and keep the X ability, because on your turn, you can thought control them if you need to, like with your own card or with their thought control. And then on their turn, if you're playing against green, you're just like, counter your spell with a Lorite. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
You play their Lorite to counter their own spell. Awesome.
And the black-red kill is open-ended, right? So
yeah.
you can just be like, tap 2, kill dude, tap 2, kill dude. So.
Yeah. They are open-ended. The only one on the backside that's not is the X spell, because it'd be too broken if it was not open. Like, oh my god. Alright.
Alright, with that, let's go with the spells that actually will help him out.
Yeah,
here.
let's get into it.
The good old guy that we always have, Abdul for black. Tell us what he does.
Alright.
2 black mana.
Abdul, he's one of my other favorite Resonators of the game. So 2 mana, he's a 6/6. Creatures or Resonators come into play, don't trigger their abilities.
Just a classic
yeah,
guy.
So come and play abilities, don't trigger. Great.
Heck yeah. But a new guy to the edition here that just got released, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mephistopheles. He's a 3-drop, 2 white and colorless, A8, and he's a invert guy here. So J Resonators, your opponent's control, enter the field rested. So that's pretty good in first place. No hasty creatures coming at you.
Yeah.
And to invert him, you have to also judgment.
Yeah, you judgment the ruler.
And when he flips, he becomes another Abdul. Also, he's a 10-10. And J Resonators, your opponent's control, gain -2/-2, which is just insane.
Yeah.
So it destroys aggro pretty much. And he has flying.
Yeah,
flying.
he becomes a flyer. He nulls the board a little bit, so all 2-drops or anything that's a 2/2 is dead.
Yeah.
So if people are playing Scarlet, they can't Judgment again as long as he's flipped, because she'll just die.
Just straight up. Just
before
die.
she can attack, before she can do anything to kill him.
Yeah.
She's just dead.
So yeah, that's
He
pretty good. That's just really good, pretty much. And to help you get that invert multiple times, of course, is Ryula.
Ryula's there just for the heal ability. I have no other Dragonoids, and I have nothing else that matters. Just she's there to just strictly heal Gill, because once you Judgment Gill, they're gonna try to kill him.
Yeah.
Because he's too good on the backside. So once they kill him, you're just like, Ryula, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go through that headache again. Now I'm gonna let you go through Valentina.
Oh.
She has a lot of text there.
Alright, so Valentina, the Twilight Passion. She's pretty much my waifu / bae in all of this game.
Oh yeah.
So she's a 4-drop 9/9, and when she comes into play, you remove a 2-drop creature or resonator from your opponent's control.
Get out of here.
Remove from the game. If she deals damage to a creature and it dies this turn, that creature is removed from the game instead of dying, or instead of going to the graveyard. And then you can pay 0, put a card from the remove zone on the bottom of their deck. She gains swiftness or precision. If you do it twice, she gets both.
And with Gill, it should already be there for you to do
and
it.
you're already feeling that already. And then her final ability that makes her so good is you pay 0, put 3 cards on bottom from their opponent's removed area. She gets +5/+5. Both of those 0 abilities are open-ended. So you can do them as many times as you feel so inclined to, as long as you have the cards to do them. So if you remove 3 cards, it gets +5/+5. You can do it multiple times. So if they try to kill her with a pump with like a burn spell, you're just like +5, +5, +5.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to have all the cards to put back, so there's that.
Exactly. And that could be it. Winning the game too. Just
Yeah.
like, +5? Got any things? Okay, +5
I can't
again?
tell you how many games I've won because I'm just like, Valentina, swing, 1 shot. Because there's a card we'll get to in a little bit.
That'll just help you out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to try to remember this guy because we've talked about him almost every deck. Gill Lapis here. He costs 3, black, white, colorless, 6/6. Comes into play, and you go search for any chant with 1 or less. Correct?
White chant or a black chant.
A white chant or a black chant, 1 or less.
Yeah.
Alright, and he has precision, which is pretty good.
Yeah. He has a couple other abilities. He gets bigger for each Will of Despair dude in play, but I mean, I only have him and 2 other Gills, so if they're in play, great.
Yeah.
And he is a 6/7, actually.
Oh, 6/7, yeah. Read that backwards, sorry.
Yeah, but... And his other ability, his final one that helps is if a chant would make you lose life, you don't lose that life. So like, his Excalibur, that's really what it's for.
Yeah.
You pay 1 mana, which we'll get to it. We'll just go to it now, actually. It's one of the chants that he can go get.
Yeah.
It's 1 black, Heteroclite Excalibur, remove target Resonator from the game, you lose 500 life. So...
Good wombo combo.
Yeah, you're just like, go search it up, remove your dude for 1 mana. Awesome.
Yep. And you can also grab the final battle as well.
Yeah, you can get Final Battle. However, he does not stop the life drain from Final Battle. Otherwise, he'd be way too broken.
Because you're just like, pay infinite life.
Yeah,
everything is dead.
And the reason why is because Final Battle says pay life. You don't lose life.
Yeah.
But you pay the 2 life per 1, really. And it's black and X. All J Resonators your opponent's control get -X/-X. So whatever you pay for X, their dudes get small.
And X doesn't count as to the converted mana cost, so Gill can actually go grab it.
Yeah.
Just like...
Yeah, Gill costs... It costs 1 for Gill's purposes, so...
Alright. And another card that's actually new they can go grab is Thought Control. 1 black. Your opponent reveals their hand. Choose a card from total 3 or less, and then they discard that card.
So
just
good.
Just... You open it up and you're like, alright, let me see what you got.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
It's good early because you want to get rid of all their aggro dudes, because Gill does not like aggro and does not like swiftness.
Yeah.
He gets real sad against swiftness. Like real sad. Alright. So to also with Gill, he can also go get a Flourishing Hope. It's one of the new cards, new invert cards from the new set. It's one of the best cards in this set from what I've seen.
Yeah,
so 1 white, quick cast, target J Resonator gets... This card cannot be destroyed until the end of turn. Then remove this card inverted from the game. On its backside, it's a black and 2 with quick cast. Play this card only from your remove zone. Target player banishes 2 Resonators.
Just really good.
So this card has so many functions, I can't even right now. So, Flourishing Hope, you can target, it doesn't care whose creature you target. So you can target their dude to give it indestructible if you need to kill it. Because it inverts into the other one, and then you just make them sacrifice their 2 dudes. Yeah. So, great, your dude's indestructible.
Don't
still
care.
guys, because you have to sacrifice it.
Yeah.
The other fun thing with Flourishing Hope is the clause says this card cannot be destroyed. If they play Final Battle, it gives all your dudes -X against you or whatever. If they play it against you, you can save your J by doing this to give your dude indestructible. Because in this game, the way it works with -X is by rules process, the card is destroyed.
Yeah.
And Flourishing Hope says this card can't be destroyed. So you just get to crush people with that, because I've seen it happen more often than not. When they're paying their life to get that Final Battle to get you. And you're like, great, dude's indestructible. But now I get to swing back because you're already low because you paid, I don't know, 12 life, 14 life.
Exactly. And with this card, also, the backside is quick cast too, so you'd be like, Final Battle, cool. Now those dudes you're going to try to swing in with, just get rid of them.
Yeah, I mean,
get out.
The utility of this card alone is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I can't express how good this card is in this set. So just, if you're using white-black, definitely look at that card.
How... I would personally run 4, but how much would you...
I like 2 to 3.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 is probably really good if you have a way to get it easier.
Yeah.
But personally, I like 3. It's a weird number for me, but I like 3.
Plus, Gill can go search for it too. So
yeah, and I have technically 5 copies of it in my deck with Gill Lapis, so there's that.
Nice. Alright, now let's go to the other spells that don't cost 2. Unending Hatred. Sorry, that UW always throws me off, so I can never say...
He can't ever say that right. It's awesome.
Because it's like, it's a W. No, it's not. Anyways, black-red. We went over this last week in plenty of other decks as well. So if you control a fire or darkness resonator, J/resonator, you may choose both. Destroy all resonators your opponents control the total cost 1 or less, so I guess elves right now.
Elves and tokens.
And then you can also look at your opponent's head, choose a card, and they remove a card from game. So the remove helps as well.
Oh, also with this card also gets rid of inverse cards if they're flipped. Because inverse creatures don't have a cost. So
nice.
They cost 0, so
just
great,
get out of
here. All the inverse creatures. Only the creatures. The chance have their own cost, but you just look at their hand and remove it then.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay, the next one, Forbidding Arts, quick cast, destroy target resonator. Done.
Yeah, white, black, kill a dude, all day.
Yep.
All day, 2 mana kill a dude.
And with your ruler, it gets removed. Because you're like, 0, kill this dude really quick.
Yeah.
Done.
All day.
Also, to do it all day is Null Darkness.
Yeah.
For a black and a red, just destroy target dude. If you have Null, which means no cards in your hand, you get to do Resonator as well. Or J Resonator.
Yeah, you get to kill a J as well. So, with Null Darkness, you have to have a Resonator and a J.
Yes.
For the Null to trigger, right? You have to be able to kill a Resonator and you have to kill the J.
Because it does the first target and then you can do the Null, which is up to.
Yeah, because Null adds in, it doesn't... it doesn't replace.
Yeah, it doesn't replace. Alright, tell us about your baby here.
Alright, so... It's one of my favorite cards of the whole game as well, just because it does so much, and our group loves the graveyard, so Barrier Seal totally shuts that down.
Yeah.
It's a red and a white, comes into play, it's an addition, remove all cards from all graveyards from the game. And then when a card is put into a graveyard from play, or from anywhere, it gets removed instead. So nothing gets put in the graveyards again, it's all removed, so this fuels your deck tremendously. If you get this turn 2, you get to Judgment really, really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Or you get to one-shot somebody. This card is the reason that Valentina gets to one-shot people. Because by the time you play Valentina late game, they've already got, like, I don't know, 15 cards in their graveyard. So that's 3 sets of 5. So she gets plus 15. Awesome.
By that time, yeah, they're dead.
So you're just like, yeah, you're dead.
Heck yeah.
So it's super good. And with it, we got a card Release. Release is white and 1. Put a non-magic stone from your removed area into your hand. Draw a card. So that way you get to tutor for whatever you want after your Barrier Seal, because all your cards that get removed, because you don't have a graveyard anymore, you're just like, oh, I need that. Let's come get this. So it just helps you do that real well.
It's pretty good. Alright, now another new card here. Extremely beautiful art. Twin Blades of Hope and Despair.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white. Tell us about this inverse card here.
Alright, so black-white quick cast. Targeted Resonator you control gets +6/+6, and target Resonator your opponent controls gets -6/-6.
Really good.
Both targets have to be there for you to start the spell. They don't have to end there, they have to start there. So you have to choose both targets when you cast it. If one of them dies, that's great. It still triggers.
Yeah.
And then it inverses into Sword of Fate for 2 white and 2 black. It does not have quick cast on the back, but it says destroy target J Resonator or return target Resonator 5 or less from your graveyard to play. It's really good on the backside just for the simple fact that you get a dude back.
Yeah.
And I mean, in like this deck's not as powerful because Barrier Seal is a thing, but if they remove Barrier Seal, which most people don't like it, they're gonna try to kill it. At that critical moment, you have a dude in your graveyard. You're like, great, bring this dude back. Thanks. I've brought back a Valentina. I brought back a Mephistopheles, and it's pretty changing. It's pretty game changing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Or you just kill another dude. It's the 4-mana kill spell. Great.
All right, and our last spell here looks like Lumias Judgement. Now tell us this guy.
All right, Lumias Judgement is your be-all, end-all, get-out-of-jail-free card. Red, white, and an X.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Remove all X and under from the game. Everything.
Just
all non-magic, non-J ruler cards. X or less. So additions, resonators, all of it goes away.
Yeah.
So it's your way to A, fuel Gill, because it removes them all. B, protects Gill because it gets rid of everything that you need gone. And then you can also use it to get rid of zero costing things by paying X as 0.
Yeah.
So for 2 mana, you remove all inverse Cadudes, all tokens,
yeah.
all that. And back in the day, you could get rid of all Regalias with it. So you're just like, great. So I mean, it's one of the other good cards in the deck. I've loved Gill ever since I saw him. So he's one of my favorites.
Now I do have a question as well that just came into my head just now actually. With these inverse cards that get into the removed area, can you use Valentina to get rid of the opponents?
Yes, you can. So that's it. I'm glad you brought that up. So Valentina and Gill both can target the remove zone. They don't care what like as long as they can see it. Valentina doesn't care where she is. Gill has to have a face up card to see. But if they have an inverse card, Gill can play their inverse card from their zone. Or you can put it on bottom because you don't want them to have it.
Exactly.
The other thing that Gill stops pretty hard is the Evil Tree. Yggdrasil, the new one, the 60 card deck. I remove things deck.
The shenanigans, yeah.
Yeah. So you just keep putting all the stuff back that they want to cast back into their deck because Valentina's 0 ability is open-ended, and you just keep hitting for chunks at a time. So yes, you're fueling them because they hit so hard, but you're milling them at 25 a point.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get through their deck pretty quick. All right, but that's it, man, for the main board. We'll move into the sideboard now, and then we'll finish up with the lands of the deck. So the sideboard, I have one more release for playing against control. The games are gonna go long, so you're gonna have ways to deal with it.
Yep.
I have one more of the inverse sword, the
Twin Blades of Hope and Despair.
So if you're playing against like the aggro decks or any kind of like mid-rangey deck, this way you get to win over because your dude gets bigger than theirs, and then you get to kill their dudes.
Yeah.
Also against mid-rangey decks, I have Separation of Fate, which is a new card from the new set. Separation is 1 white, quick cast. Target J Resonator loses all abilities until the end of turn. Draw a card. So it's searchable by Gill, and it stops like a big dude or like. Now if you're playing against Scheherazade, that's the effigy that everybody's running, the variant one. That dude loses all abilities. It's now just a 13/13. I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Because your Valentina, your Valentina's gonna get bigger than their effigy. And yeah, like Cardwell said, it draws you a card. So it's a cantrip that does something else. Awesome. Also protect you early game. I have 3 shades. He's super good just in what he does. I don't run a main board because he's graveyard ability. but he's 2 black. He's a 6/4, and you can banish this card, and this card deals 6 damage to target J Resonator, and you gain 6 life. So it's there really to kill a little dude. That's its whole purpose. And then Resonance on a Darkness Stone, you may pay 3 black and put him from your graveyard into your hand. I'm not worried so much about that. I need him mostly to kill something and gain you life.
Yeah.
That's his whole purpose to me.
Create that defense buffer.
Yeah,
that
you get
need.
that buffer to get you there. I also put in one final word, because more kill is more kill. 5 mana, quick cast, destroy target J Resonator. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's all it does. And it looks amazing. I got 2/0 Circle of Protection, 3 mana addition, choose a color. All your dudes get protection from that color, or barrier of that color.
Yeah.
So,
pretty good.
You choose red if they're playing against Keurig. They can't kill all your dudes with Keurig.
Yeah.
Thanks. I have 1 Swirling Demon Dimension, because more kill is better. 3 mana, quick cast, remove target Resonator from the game. Yeah. This one's there because it removes a dude, so automatically makes your life easier. 3, Amaterasu's Foresight. It's 2 mana, quick cast. Prevent all damage that will be dealt by J Resonators this turn. This is mainly there for like the AU deck when they're trying to go off and combo you.
Yeah.
You're just like, great, you went off, prevent all damage this turn. Thanks.
Shut down your one-trick pony.
Yeah, great. It's mostly there for against fighting AU, but it's also for the aggro decks. And lastly, if you really get into it, if you fight against Lumia decks, you can put in the new Amyl, the new Princess of Fleeting Hope. It's a different ruler, so you gotta show them when you change, but it's Judgment 2 white, energize white black, and you pay 0, recover target Resonator, play this ability only during your opponent's turn, and only once per turn.
Nice.
So, and then she Judgments, I'll get to her other ability in a second, but she Judgments into a 3/3 with flying and imperishable, and drain. When this card deals damage, you gain that much life. And when she hits the field, or she enters the field, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put a non-chant with total cost 3 or less from among them into the field. You may invert that card, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And then she gets +2/+2 for each inverse card in play.
Not too bad.
If you're playing this as a ruler in this deck, you're not really worried about the Judgment. It happens if it happens, but she's mostly there for her 0 ability to stop Lumia from free comboing you with Rachel. So the new deck is Lumia and Rachel. So Lumia ends her turn, targets her Rachel to blink it. You're like, cool. In response, 0 ability, untap your Rachel. Lumia can't blink her out because she doesn't meet the qualifications anymore. She's not arrested Resonator anymore. That's the main reason you're playing an Amyl in this deck. Really, is just because it stops Lumia combo pretty hard. Not completely, because that deck is really good, but it shuts it down a little bit. It gives you a better chance.
Yeah, it slows it down at least.
Yeah, it gives you more of a fighting chance to get your dudes out and get going. That's it for the sideboard. 15 cards easy. And then the lands, I have 1 Magic Stone of Scorched Bales, which is the red-black duel. 1 Shadowy Light Magic Stone, because I needed another white-black stone and I didn't want to pay life, really. But it's the magic counter land for black and a white. I have 4 Magic Stone of Heaven's Rift, which is black-white duel. And then 4 Magic Stone of the Ebon Home, which still one of the best Magic Stones in this game. So it comes into play. When it comes into play, you remove the top card of your opponent's deck from the game. Already removing a threat.
Done.
Didn't even do anything but tap and get a stone.
Yeah.
Seems good. And it pays for a red and a black, but if you don't play Gill as your main ruler, you take 3 life if you want it untapped. Otherwise it comes untapped. So what? Great.
Yeah.
But that's it really as far as the deck goes. It's a pretty solid control deck. It's got a lot of fun little tricks to it. I suggest playing it for a while before you go take it to a big tournament because you got to learn how to play Gill.
Yeah.
He's very, very difficult to play correctly.
There's a lot of triggers that you need to watch your opponent on to stop them and be like, well, hold on.
Yeah, once you play him right though, it's super fun and people don't like you because you're playing their deck against him. His X ability is super good. It's super strong and super broken. So just know that Gill's there. Mm-hmm. He's coming for you. But that's it, guys, for Kevin's Kreations. Thank you for watching. And this has been a Geektopia Island production. Y'all have a good day. Alright guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also hit the bell that gets you notifications on all of our content. Also, if you need the latest deck tech, it's going to be to the right. And if you need the latest gameplay videos, it's going to be down below.